Contributor at Turning Point USA has declared that she will no longer be paying taxes because she doesn't like what our government is going to be doing with her tax dollars. And I've always said that politics really is just debate around taxes, how much people should be paying in taxes, yes, but also, more so even, how and where those tax dollars should be spent. So Savannah Hernandez wrote on X, "F it, I'm not paying taxes this year. And when the IRS comes after me, I'll blow that up into a huge national story about how the government will destroy your life over a couple $1,000s. Meanwhile, the Pentagon just failed their 8th straight audit in a row. Somalis literally come to the U.S. just to defraud us out of billions, and illegals are prioritized for Section 8 housing and welfare programs over Americans. I'm not paying for it anymore." She posted this on December 30th, 2025, but later clarified that by this year, she meant 2026. Others echoed her sentiments. The Hodge twins posted to X prior to Hernandez's post saying, "At this point, there is no reason to pay taxes anymore." Adding the next day, "What are the feds going to do if we all just stop paying taxes?" That's a great question. Theo Vaughn, the popular right-leaning comedian who had interviewed Trump during his 2024 campaign, also asked, "What are we paying taxes for?" And Graham Allen said, "The whole country should stop paying taxes until the corruption ends. Hit them where it hurts. Demand accountability by taking away their money." And just days after this all took place on social media, Trump bombed Venezuela and kidnapped its leader, something that MAGA is also very upset about. And it's just another endless, mindless war that no one voted for. The right never wanted more foreign intervention. The left never wanted to fund regime change in another country. No one voted for this. Not even Congress voted for this, actually.
The more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
Hey, so we're not paying taxes this year, right? Because if we were to, that would be taxation without representation, which is literally what we rebelled and created this country for. So we're not doing that this year, right? Tax strike 2026. Spread the word.
I don't know if that's going to stand because a lot of people are just scared of the IRS. Let's just keep it a bean. However, if a lot of people do it in masses, some change might happen. I'm not saying that you should not pay your taxes. That was like a lol. I took it a step further. I'm jobless. I want to do this, but I also want to be able to possibly get a tax refund I can put towards a little home improvement of sorts.
Come on, man.
I'm emailing my HR in the morning.
I feel legitimately guilty about paying taxes at this point. So when I tell people that you should withhold your federal taxes for all of 2026, just know that I also feel guilty about contributing to the system whatsoever. The fact that our money is quite literally stolen from us without our choice, it is not up to you if you pay taxes. It is taken from you. And if you don't, they might take your house, they might take your car, they might just take your paycheck before it ever gets to you. They're actually pissed that they have to go through you to get your paycheck. They wish they could just cut out the middleman and just extract your money. But I feel guilty, very guilty, troubled that every single week my paycheck goes to fund kids in other countries. It goes to other countries getting free healthcare, getting benefits that I quite literally don't think they deserve. I do not want them to have it because I think they are evil, but I'm the one paying for it. So in reality, I can't believe those two things. You can't believe that it's bad to fund a job, but also pay your taxes. Because if it's true that you think it's bad to fund a job, then why are you still paying taxes? I don't know. I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. Everybody's scared. They're just going to take something. That's the problem. America only works because we all feel threatened by our government. I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat. We can all agree that our current government is doing a terrible job, and them doing such a terrible job is the only thing that has ever united Republicans and Democrats. Do not let them divide us. They will try to pull race things, gender things, immigration things to divide you. Be smarter than that.
It seems to be that anytime someone becomes a politician, they all have some level of corruption. They all are able to be bought, aka donors. However, this is how my realistic stance is. I don't care. You want to go be corrupt, go be corrupt. But when I start to do the things you guys do, don't arrest me and throw me in jail. Case in point, if I decide I don't want to pay my taxes anymore because somehow these people are getting away with fraudulently getting money from the government and getting away with it because I haven't seen a single person thrown in jail or punished yet. When I decide to file my taxes and go completely exempt and decide to no longer contribute to the bullshit of this government, don't come after me and throw me in jail like I'm a criminal. Don't call me a criminal when I start doing the things politicians are doing to the American citizen. And don't come after me as if I'm the criminal witnessing the fact that you are letting millions to billions of dollars being taken away by foreigners that are not even legal here, and they have zero repercussion because they're literally still on TV talking about how they're not frauding the government even though it's being exposed. So yeah, don't throw me in prison for what you guys are already doing.
If you work at a company, the taxes are already taken out before you get paid. So someone said, all you have to do is change your W-2s. If everyone did it together this year, the government won't have an interest-free loan by collecting our money out of each check. It will be crippling. We're going to get stuck with a fat tax amount at the end of the year. They will go after your assets and put liens on it. So yeah, they will come after you. They don't care. Honestly, he's right. And sometimes what they might do is garnish your wages, or they might let that amount stack year after year and then slap you with a fat bill.
Everybody's saying they're not paying taxes at all. Now, we've all seen the Minnesota fraud situation go down, which may lead to a tax revolt led by content creators, business owners, even politicians like Taylor Greene says national tax revolt underway. And for good reason, because not only $1 billion is in question in Minnesota, but now $5 billion is in question due to faulty payments made by the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Now, around 11% of taxpayers' dollars, which are rental assistance payments, went to more than 200,000 possible ineligible tenants, of whom, get this, over 29,000 were dead. What? Not to mention, 4% weren't even citizens and another 82% were receiving sums that exceeded the threshold for their geographic region. But it gets even worse though. You guys, can anybody tell me why the Pentagon has failed an audit for the 8th straight time? Reports say the DOW has about $4.65 trillion in assets, but $4.7 in liabilities, leaving about $50 billion in question. Where's the money? I mean, we really have to take a look at the landscape of things, you guys, because when they do it, nothing happens. But when you fail an audit, you go to jail. I mean, how did we get here in the first place, you guys? Because before 1913, when the Federal Reserve was established, the federal income tax was deemed unconstitutional. But when they ratified the 16th Amendment establishing the Revenue Act of 1913, it was all downhill from there, because since then, the US dollar's purchasing power has gone down over 97%. Now, the current US national debt is over $38 trillion. And I pose the question, how much of this is fraud? Because this seems like the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time.
We pay them so we can't afford food, houses, or healthcare. America. The fact that any American is paying anything over 5% for their gross income to taxes is a huge problem. Government has an appetite and spending problem.
Until the Pentagon passes one damn audit, we shouldn't pay any more taxes. Everyone cool with that?
One thing I would say is that I find this kind of ridiculous, because if we can't stop going to these big corporations and buying their products, we saw how it was during Black Friday, during Christmas, how are we going to follow in line when it comes to not paying taxes? That's just my big question.
If the government is abusing its power and going against the Constitution and not following constitutional laws, then we don't have to either. And that means that constitutional tax laws should also be null and void. If the government isn't following the Constitution, then neither should we. Tax Strike 2026.
The movement going on right now on the internet to stop paying taxes. Let's talk about this, because this one kind of makes my heart happy. Again, I don't care what side of the coin you're on. I feel like we can all agree that getting fucked over financially and having our tax dollars literally wasted while we struggle it's a great equalizer, to be honest. It doesn't matter if you are Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, whatever you are. I think that they have underestimated how these scenarios day after day after day after day are having a unifying effect on people. And it's really making my heart happy. I've been saying for years, if everybody upped their exemptions, had the government take as little out as possible or went exempt, I've seen people showing videos on how to go exempt. What are they going to do to come after all of us? They're going to do absolutely nothing. They're going to do what they do when they have to hold their counterparts, colleagues, and coworkers accountable. They're going to do nothing. So I think this is a great idea. I just want you guys to tell me what you think, because it's enough. I mean, the Epstein files drop, nothing happens. Somalian scams at the tune of $430 million, nothing happens. Gavin Newsom can't find $24 billion in homeless funding, nothing happens. This money isn't just getting lost. Oh, and let's not talk about money to Israel, Ukraine, Nepal for gender studies. Like, what the hell are we doing? And we are over here struggling. I mean, I'm with the movement. I'm done with it. It's garbage. So I want to know what you guys think about it, because when I log in and see this many people talking about it, it gives me hope that something might change.
It's not red versus blue, it's taxpayers versus the government. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are with the tax strike. Do you plan to file your taxes this year or not? Leave it down in the comments down below. Also, if it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. If you haven't, check out this video. I'm pretty sure you're definitely going to enjoy it. Nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.